Hi, my name is Nick Osborne. I am president and head coach of the Personal Training Department Blueprint. You're probably watching this video because you're wanting to work for a company that is invested in a Personal Training Department Blueprint product. And the owner, manager, or head trainer wants you to have an idea of why this business has invested in a product and what it means to you. This way, you know what's expected of you and what's coming up and why. I want you to take some notes during this video so that you have something to go over with the person that's hiring you, and so you have some questions to ask afterwards, okay? So it's pretty simple, just take some notes. Now you can pause this video at any point by hitting the pause button. One of the things you want to make sure you watch out for is don't skip ahead too much without letting the video load. Some people make that mistake of just trying to scan through the video as fast as possible and it ends up not playing correctly. So if you're going to scan ahead, make sure that the load bar at the bottom has loaded to the point where you need to watch it, okay? So a little bit of background on me. Again, my name is Nick Osborne. I have been in the fitness business for over 24 years. I own 2 gyms in Columbus, Ohio, and 2 consulting and coaching companies that helps gym owners, trainers, and athletes around the world. A little bit about my competitive background. I'm the only person to win North America's Strongest Man as an amateur 2 times as a heavyweight. I've won a world championship in Chinese grappling and a number of national titles, something like 14 or 15, in both full contact Kung Fu and traditional Chinese combat fighting. I've been a strength coach and strength specialist for 3 varsity sports at The Ohio State University, including football, wrestling, and women's field hockey. And I have trained thousands of clients from needs of anywhere from weight loss, general fitness, overcoming injuries, and all sorts of things. So I've got a lot of experience. Now I've also put together the most complete fitness, training, and coaching systems on the market today. And it's helped trainers and gyms around the world change the culture in their gym or club to start becoming more successful and getting greater results for the club, the client, and the coach. So we use the word coach for what we develop instead of just trainer. Now I might use the words interchangeably today, but if I'm saying coach, it means trainer, okay? Now right now, you're probably asking yourself, why does a gym have a training system for the trainers? Don't most personal trainers know what they do? They get their certification and they go out and they start making money. And the answer is not even close. Now if I ask you this question, out of every 100 members in a gym, how many people should be investing in personal training each and every month? So that we call this a penetration rate. So again, if we have 100 members, how many of them do you think should be investing in personal training each month? Now we've asked this out of thousands of trainers at the beginning, and most of them will say 15, 20, 30, whatever the number is. And it's something really grand. And if we had those penetration rates, that would be awesome. But the problem is, in the industry today, only 3 to 5 people out of every 100 are using personal training. So our penetration rate is somewhere between 3 and 5%. That's horrible. And for myself and the gym that you're working for, this number is completely unacceptable. And if we continue to do the same things that we've always done, that's never going to change. If we continue to do personal training and having a training department run the way it has and have trainers do the things that they've always done, that number will never change. And it hasn't changed in about the past 20 years. So that's where the Personal Training Department Blueprint comes into play. The personal training or fitness coaching business has a ton of people in it, and a lot of people start each and every year. However, very few people are ever successful. And what I mean by successful is they make the money that they want to make. So if you ask 100 trainers from the beginning, what kind of money do you want to make in the next year? Or what kind of salary do you want? Or what income levels do you need? They're going to tell you a certain number. Somewhere between 1 and 3% ever reach those numbers. We thought that was horrible. So we went and looked at what's really causing trainers not to make the money that they should be making, and why are gyms not having the penetration of 15 to 30% of their members buying personal training, and we developed the Personal Training Department Blueprint. And the funny thing is about the whole process is the difference between trainers that are successful and not successful is not necessarily what everyone thinks, because everyone says they're going to work hard, that's fine, and everybody has the same access to information, certifications, seminars, and all of that. But again, less than 5% of gyms ever penetrate above 15% of their members using personal training. Now I could go into reasons why, like trainers' professionalism or the training department professionalism, not writing out workouts before clients ever come in, not focusing on the customers, always looking for shortcuts instead of working hard, but that's another lesson, and we're going to get into that inside the personal training department blueprint. But I think the easiest way of summing this up is by explaining the dip. Now, if you want to read more about the dip in length and you want to get a greater feel of what's going on with it, I want you to read Seth Godin's book called The Dip. It's pretty simple. But I'm going to go over the information here and expand on it based on our industry. The dip is a phenomenon that occurs in most industries, jobs, ventures, even sports, where a very few people succeed and most fail. The dip is caused by a few people being able to get mastery on a subject, or in our industry, make enough money fast enough to make it worth their while to stay in. Now, why do trainers not make enough money fast enough? Is because most training departments and even trainers are mediocre at best in the client's eyes. Now, the clients have a lot of options when it comes to getting in shape. They can just join a gym, they can buy the P90X workout, Insanity workouts, go to Weight Watchers, ride a bike, walk with their spouse. There's a lot of things they can do, and you're even competing with just sitting on the couch and giving up. So if they don't find your option wildly overpowering in the success category, then you're mediocre. And nobody really wants to pay for mediocrity. Some clients will, and that's where we end up with the 3 to 5%. So out of every 100, we have a few that are just willing to try anything to get results, or they build up a friendship with the trainer and they continue paying for mediocrity because they're friends with the trainer. But we want you to become the best in the industry. We want you to become number one, because number one doesn't barely pay off. Number one in your industry pays off wildly. Being number one can pay up to 10 times what the next place or the next few places all make. So let's take a look at, let's say, ice cream flavors in North America. What flavors sell the most? You can see that vanilla outperforms chocolate by almost 4 to 1. And if you add vanilla and chocolate together, they will generally sell more than the next 8 flavors combined. Being the best really pays off, and that's what the personal training department blueprint is designed to do, to make you the best. Not just slightly the best, but overwhelmingly the best personal training department in your area, no matter which product you're using. We want to make sure that you stay in the industry doing exactly what you love as long as you want. Now, I love this industry. The fitness business is by far the best industry I could have ever gotten into. I was studying engineering before I got into this. When I got into personal training, I never looked back. I get to help people and have fun every day while getting a good paycheck. And I want that for every single trainer that actually works with us and in the fitness business. I want you to be that part of that 5% of gyms that end up with penetration rates that are over 15%. Not the other 95% of gyms that you could work with that end up with penetration rates as low as 3 to 5%. And I went over this earlier, but I really don't want you to be part of the 95% of people who fail, or at best, mediocre. I want you to be part of a team that really rocks and rolls when it comes to personal training, getting the results that you're looking for and getting results that your club's looking for and getting results that your clients are looking for. Now, at this point, you should be saying, I really want to work for a gym that has a penetration rate of 15 to 30%. And you would be smart to think that, because personal training is a lot easier to do in a club that's part of its culture and it's already a big percentage of, and you can be a part of raising it. Now, if you're just starting out and your club is just starting out, great. We're going to give you all the procedures, all the systems, and all the training you need and the consulting you need to make sure that you get to that 15 to 30%. So you and your club are making the money that you really need to make. So why don't personal training departments make the money that they should? Well, the first thing is training departments are generally not made up of enough trainers who've made it through the dip and are affecting business enough. Now they might have one or two good trainers, maybe a big dog trainer, maybe some people that are actually relatively good trainers, but there's not enough of those trainers to give the impression or change the culture in the club to one that is in helping the member, who's producing results, where personal training is not an option, it's what is expected out of you when you join the gym. There's not enough high-level trainers training enough people so that the culture changes in the club, where it becomes more fun to work with a trainer instead of something that's done out of desperation. Another thing is there's not enough fitness professionals, I mean this by people who have mastered their craft, that are spending time developing the beginner trainer. And that's one of the things that the personal training department blueprint is designed to do, is not just help the experienced trainer, but help develop trainers. The trainer who comes in who never worked in our industry before might not have any idea how to do exercise, but we can teach them a system, but they really desire to build a team and help people be successful. And that's one of the things that we're really after. Teamwork between trainers, as well as teamwork between the trainer or the coach and the client. And we also want to go in and make the teamwork between the trainer or coach and the gym. Having these three parts all work well together is how we're going to be successful and how you're going to be successful. Now, let me explain what the dip is just a little bit as we get into it, because I want to explain some of the graphs so you can visually see what we're talking about. The dip, an easy explanation of the dip, is a lull or a stalling in a professional's life that causes them to stress and then drop out of whatever job or industry that they're in. So for the trainers, they start having a little bit of success, not much, and then there's a long period of little or no success, and then they end up falling out. Now the first dip I want to talk about is the financial dip. Now most trainers don't even think about this when they get in the industry because we're so interested in helping people that we never think about how much money do I need to make. Most clubs never even review that with their trainer. But it becomes very clear. And if you're married, if you have obligations like a house or a spouse, it becomes very clear a lot quicker. Now over time, you want to see your income go up. But the problem in the fitness business is most trainers aren't trained on how to make money. They're trained on how to train. If you look at your certifications, they're almost all exclusively about exercise. And they don't really talk to a trainer about their financial needs, any type of plan that they have to be successful and make the money that they should and what it's going to take to be successful. So their income never gets to the level it should. It goes up slightly because they're all enthusiastic, and sometimes people buy just on enthusiasm from the trainer. Trainer's excited, they start doing some marketing, they walk around the floor, hand out their business cards, talk to their family, their friends, and they start making money. However, over time, they start making less money because they don't have systems in place. They're not getting complete results for their clients. They don't know how to wow their clients. They're not getting referrals. They're not spending as much time on marketing, so they stop making money. And this is about the point where they drop out. This is anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks to 2 to 3 months. The average trainer doesn't work for a club longer than about 6 to 8 weeks. So you can see that the dropout rate is somewhere between 2 to 3 weeks and 2 to 3 months is somewhere about 90% of trainers. And that's horrible. But if you can make it through the dip and you start putting systems together, you're going to start making the money you want. Not just the money you need, but the money you want. And that's really successful. Now the financial dip is caused by the engagement dip. Now what do I mean by engagement? So let's look at this graph. Engagement is a person's attitude towards their job. Is it positive or negative or lukewarm at best? Enthusiasm. Do they come to work every day excited about what they do for a living? Their confidence level. Now I'm not talking about cockiness, because I see a lot of cocky trainers that have no true confidence. And excitement. Do they bring excitement to the people around them and education? So that's our engagement. Now, their effort, that's the amount of time that they spend, the amount of stress that they have and put forth, and the amount of energy they expend in doing their job. So those are our graphs. You can see, starting off, our trainers have a ton of engagement. They come to work, they're excited, everything else, and then the frustration level starts because clients aren't referring to them as much. They think that they should just show up in a gym because they like working out, and they're gonna have 100 people walk up to them and start asking them how to work out, and that's not really the case. They have a lot of people asking them questions, but none of them wanting to pay for their services. And this is very frustrating. And when trainers get frustrated, their engagement level drops, job satisfaction drops out, and they end up dropping out of the industry. And again, this happens at 2 to 3 weeks to 2 to 3 months. If their engagement's high and they're not making as much money, they'll stick in a little bit longer, but at some point, if you're not making the money you should, it's tough to stay in the industry. The Personal Training Department Blueprint shortens the duration and severity of the dip through having proper education on the things that really affect your income and your clients' results. It also does this through having experience and expertise given to you before you ever get in front of clients. It teaches you effectiveness of your time and to keep you from having trial and error that's just going to frustrate you. And it gives you an accountability and support system so you're not left alone and you're really able to get the results that you're looking for and results for your clients and for your gym. That way your stress level drops, your engagement stays high, and you can get through the dip as fast as possible. Instead of it lasting months or years, we're talking about weeks before you're successful. And oftentimes people won't tell you that. You're left at the beginning thinking that you got your certification, you'll be rich tomorrow. And all the internet gurus that are selling you products are telling you the same thing. Give me 6 weeks, $60, and I'll make you 6 figures. And it's just not true. It takes a lot of hard work in this industry, but not just hard work, smart work. And there's no real shortcuts, because if there was, everyone would already be doing them and everybody would be successful. But like I said earlier, not everybody's successful in this industry. It's the rare person who's successful. The Personal Training Department Blueprint is designed to make you one of those successful people. And if you apply the information that we teach you, not just study it, but apply it, you're going to be successful. I'm not going to try to sell you that it's going to necessarily be easy, but we're going to give you a plan that if you follow, you will be successful. So the other thing that we want to tell you at this point is that when you get in this industry, you see a lot of people marketing a lot of things. And they're going to tell you that you can make 6 figures or $1 million if you buy their $49 product or $99 product, or go to my seminar on the weekend, or see my mastermind group and we're going to make you 6 figures. Let me just tell you, it's not true. One of the most compelling things I ever learned was about 10 years ago. I went to one of these seminars and there was 20 some speakers there. And one guy was telling the secret to his success, and somebody in the crowd asked him, "Why are you teaching this to me?" And he said, "Honestly, I know that less than 1% of you will actually take action. I know that less than 1% of you can take what I'm saying, put it into a system and apply it. So I'm not worried about competing with you." The Personal Training Department Blueprint is the system to help you make as much money as you want in the fastest time with as little stress as possible. That's what we're here to do. Help you, help the gym, and to help the member. Another problem with the dip is it kills some of our best personality types and the people who can really make the biggest difference in our personal training department, which is the new people coming in. Now, relationship-oriented people oftentimes have a tough time with personal training because they don't have systems in place. They really want to connect with the other person, they really want to get them results, but they don't know how to do it, and they don't have the expertise to go out and do sales and marketing. They don't know what to do. The Personal Training Department Blueprint gives those people, the relationship people, structure and things to do to be successful. And our new people who are coming in that might not have any experience with exercise, it gives those people a clear path to what it takes to being successful. And if we can make those people successful, all of our newbies successful, the personal training department really flourishes. And the new people are the ones that are often the ones with the most amount of excitement, the biggest amount of engagement, and can start changing the culture in our club to one of training out of sheer excitement from them and wanting to go out and get people involved. Now, if you're a more experienced trainer, then I think that you will realize the amount of information we're going to provide to you so you can give to your clients is going to cut down on the work that you are already doing. It's going to give you a more complete product, and it's going to make everybody in the training department more successful, thus reflecting on you better. Most trainers who are experienced and somewhat successful in the club think that if everybody else is horrible, they'll look better to the client and they'll get all the clients. That's not really true. What ends up happening is you're often judged by the worst person in your training department. That's the reason why only 3 to 5% of people are even involved with training. And imagine if every trainer was a great trainer in your department, and that helped you make twice as much money. Or because of your experience, you end up becoming one of the head trainers, training other trainers, and the members looked up to you as one of the people who helped everybody else develop. That's what we're really wanting to do. The Personal Training Department Blueprint is going to give you, no matter if you're a beginner trainer or an experienced trainer, you've worked in the industry or you've never worked in the industry, and you don't have the first idea about anything to do with exercise or sales or marketing, we're going to give you everything you need to be successful. We're going to give you a sales and marketing system, a list of things to do that's called What Do I Need to Do to Be Successful list. And we're going to teach you those 6 things and help you do them every day. We're going to provide a life coaching system that's designed to make our clients take responsibility for their actions. And those of you who are experienced trainers will go, really? You mean my clients will stop blaming me because they can't stop eating Twinkies? We're going to teach you how to do that. We're going to help them set goals, reach them, and balance their time so that they feel like you're more than just somebody who puts them through exercises. You're truly their fitness coach. You're their personal coach. We're going to give you a complete exercise system with 3 levels, with training for one-on-one, partner training, semi-private, that's 3 to 5, with corrective exercise. And these cycles, these mesocycles, are going to be 15 to 18 weeks long, and they're already pre-written for you. Not that you can't make changes. We want you to make changes. And we want you to tailor it to the client. We're just providing you a great beginning place to start. Okay? We're going to give you advanced additional metabolic circuits and interval cardio for your clients to do them when they aren't with you. You're not going to have to write these anymore if you're already writing them. We're going to pre-design them for you. And then you make, again, adjustments based on the client's need and your expertise. We're going to give you foam rolling and stretching handouts to give to your clients to do for 2 to 3 weeks. And they change every 2 to 3 weeks. Again, taking all the work that you should be already doing and doing it for you. We're going to give you nutrition education handouts. Not necessarily diets, but nutritional information that your clients will need, and if they follow them, they're more likely to listen to you about diet plans. We're going to give you personal development and professionalism training so you become a true professional in your industry. And what I mean by professional is not just somebody who looks like what everyone's expecting, but someone who gets paid what they should for their job. If you're only making $18,000 a year and you're 25 and you think you should be making 36 to 40, you're not a true professional. We want you to make the money you need, not only to pay your bills, but to have the lifestyle you want. We're also going to help you to focus on delivering a consistent product and service to your clients. We're going to give you little reminders each week of what you need to do to be successful. Now, nobody else in your area is going to provide this type of education, this type of system for you without charging you, and it probably still won't even come close to what we've been doing. Because I'll tell you right now, I have been developing this system for 18 years and it's been in production for over 6. So there's nobody else out there doing what we've done with the Personal Training Department Blueprint. Now I want every trainer around you, when you get hired, including you, to be able to deliver the ultimate fitness experience, and that's what we're talking about. You're delivering a value that's unsurpassed by anybody else. It is overwhelming to the client so that the cost seems minimal for what they're getting. Now, we've done tons of research on the Personal Training Department Blueprint, testing the theories and my teaching methods in my gym and gyms around the world, so we know that it works. This is not some marketing guru's product who's never worked with clients before who says, hey, try this super secret sales technique, and then you got to go with some exercise guru's product over here that don't have anything to do with each other. This product has been researched, tried, and tested to make sure that each part works well with each other. The feeling of the product, the coaching, and everything else all goes well together, and the coaching and the marketing goes well together. That's something that there's a lot, oftentimes our product and our marketing don't actually match up. Each and every piece of our machine works well together, and it's designed to do that. Now, one thing that trainers worry about is that we're trying to make you mind-numb robots by using the Personal Training Department Blueprint, and that cannot be the case at all. We're not even close to wanting to do that. This program can be looked at sort of like a scaffolding. We want to give you a process that you can develop, that you can learn, so it goes away, but you have something to stand on to produce your expertise through. Trainers oftentimes are so focused on the workout and the exercise and what's coming up next and look how cool I am, that they stop engaging with the person across from them. They don't have that relationship with the person. Even if you're training 5 people, you can have a relationship with each one of them, but if you're focused on the process, if you don't know what you're doing next, if you don't have a plan of action, you won't focus on the person that you're working with. You'll never develop that relationship. And you never develop a relationship with the people around you because you're all doing whatever you want if you're doing anything, and you don't have a relationship with the gym manager or owner that you're working for, because it almost feels like each one of you are trying to take advantage of each person that's in the process as opposed to take care of everybody. The Personal Training Department Blueprint gives you the wherewithal, gives you the processes so that the processes aren't in discussion anymore. It's the relationship, it's the work, it's the how hard do I apply myself. It's all of that, as opposed to, you know, who can do the most crazy workout tomorrow. Your clients don't care about that. They want to see results, and they want to see people who are focused on them working well together. Our philosophy at the Personal Training Department Blueprint is, if you aren't going to strive to become the absolute best, most complete team of fitness professionals earning the money that each and every one of you wants and the training department needs, then why even bother? I know this job is supposed to be fun, and we're going to help it be more fun and help you be successful. But it's a lot more fun to go to work, do the job that you want, and earn the money you want. Wouldn't you agree? Now, our goal is to create or develop a great team of fitness professionals that make the money that they want and that help the greatest number of members or people in the gym, and develop the gym or the business or the department into one that's financially and reputationally bulletproof in your area. It's a lot of fun to go to work for a gym that people that don't even belong to the gym know that's the training department you go to get results. They over-deliver on everything they say that they're going to do. They do it day in and day out, and I don't even have to ask for it. That's a great place to work for. So that's what we're here for, to build a great team that are trainer and coach working with the club and the client. Now, I hope I've inspired you to look at this opportunity different than you might have thought it was at the beginning. This is a great opportunity for most people to get involved with a club that's going to give them the opportunity to be successful. If this doesn't sound like the job for you, tell the owner or manager you don't want to work for a system, you don't want to have processes, and you don't want to have any accountability, and they'll be happy to let you go with no bad feelings, I'm guessing. But if it sounds like it's right for you, then really embrace the Personal Training Department Blueprint and the opportunity that this club manager or owner is giving you to be successful. I hope I've given you enough information that you can feel educated enough to make a decision on whether you want to work here. Because we want to help you become a fitness professional and a leader in the fitness field, even if you have little or no experience. And if you have a lot of experience, I hope that you will take this opportunity to change how things have been done in the past. Because if you don't have 15 to 30% of your members, the training department might not have been doing things right all along. So we're going to help you work with yourself, your team, and your clients, and the business so that you all have better results than you have in the past and you're as successful as you want to be. Now, if you have any questions, please write them down and ask your owner, manager, or head trainer, whoever's hiring you, and discuss those questions because they're important to you, and it's important that you get your questions answered before you become a team member here. And if you have questions after you're hired, we have a discussion board that you can go in and ask questions however often you want. I'll answer them, my staff will answer them, and other trainers around the world will get in and answer those questions also. That's one of the cool things is we're building a community of trainers that are supporting each other with a system so everybody has one focus, one talking point so that everybody is successful and can help other people be successful. So until next time that you see me or if you get hired and you start learning from me, my name's Nick Osborne with the Personal Training Department Blueprint, helping you become a great fitness professional.